Leute, ich bin's wieder, Haram, hier mit meinem Let's Play von Wright, Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Und nachdem ich auf Weiter gedrückt habe, ging es direkt mit Gemurmel wieder weiter und ein Klopf mit dem Hammer und alle waren wieder ruhig. Der Richter spricht. Director Cosmos! A new possibility has been presented by the defense! They are claiming that you were the third person! Oh, forgive me, I'm so sorry! So the great pioneer of space development is revealed to be just another fabulous core. I only have one question for the likes of you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly? The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos, so don't try to talk your way out of this. Fine, I'll tell the truth. It's all just as you say, Mr. Wright. It's true that I was there in the boarding lounge. I got there before Detective Arm, and when she arrived, she fired warning shots at me. I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room. I then went past the elevators and all the way around to boarding lounge 1 again. I came up behind Detective Arm and pretended to be the second on the scene. What a troublesome old man you are, with such convoluted deeds and thoughts. I see! So then, are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim? Of course I am! When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer! The great Yuri Cosmos was a history-making witness! And now hold on just one moment. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was you! No, it wasn't me! I saw the person as well! If I were the killer, why would I lie to cover for Starbuck? I would just leave him to take the fall! That is an excellent point. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person. Well, it makes some sense if he told those lies to cover for Mr. Starbuck. Still, a lie's a lie, Athena. So, Director Cosmos claims he's not the culprit, but where's the proof? Oh, I just remembered. I have an alibi. Miss Blackwell said that she saw the killer at 10 AM, correct? Yes, and? Well, I was on the 4th floor helping with the evacuation effort. Ask any member of the staff you'd like. They'll corroborate me. The director is not fibbing to the count, for once. He confirmed that he has an alibi for the time specified. So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 AM? And that you arrived at the lounge after that? Yes, and I believe the person I saw is the same person that Miss Blackwell saw. Although it was pitch black, so it was more of a shadowy figure and less of a person. And I couldn't actually see their face, but it was definitely the silhouette of an earthling. As long as he has an alibi? We can't very well claim Director Cosmos as the killer. No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify about the person he saw. Very well! Director Cosmos, your testimony, please! Ja, und diesmal. As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into the air. I was near the elevator side door and, well, the launch pad 1 door and the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer. So you were shot at the killer as well, and then they disappeared? Yes, though luckily no harm came to my glorious body. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Terran's oxygen tank. I know because I heard a pang. That must have been the sound of the tank being ruptured. Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal. That was Detective Arm's bullet, remember? Right. What a mess this is turning into. So, let's see. Director Cosmos is claiming that when he found Mr. Terran and his killer, the culprit shot a 10 caliber bullet at him. Right, but it actually hit Mr. Terran's oxygen tank and ruptured it. And then the killer disappeared and the director went into the boarding lounge. When Detective Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him. Judging by his medal, it looks like one of them almost took him out too. Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you could elaborate on when the figure disappeared. I am ashamed to admit I tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeped back into the lounge, the real killer was gone. I rushed into the lounge straight away to investigate. But what I found was Terran with a knife in his chest and Starbuck out cold on the floor. So we have a culprit who vanished from the scene and had no escape route! Vanished without the trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Silence.
A riddle of the ages indeed, but I'd rather know. How a fibbing leech such as you can be lauded as great.
A great man is always misunderstood in his own time. But he must remain true to himself even if those around him don't understand. Wow, that might be the first true statement he said all day. But how do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly?
Simple, because it was Space Boy himself. When he was spotted by the director and Aura, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery out of the idea of a vanishing culprit.
I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter evidence. Director Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor? No, because it was as dark as a black hole in there. I didn't see Starbuck until the other person vanished and I entered the room. It wasn't exactly helpful.
I'm prepared to accept your surrender, Wright Donor.
I can't find any holes in this testimony, but I can't give up. Mr. Wright, why don't you let me help? Huh? While the director was giving his testimony, I detected a cacophony of this discord. Which means he's hiding his true feelings from us, huh? This just might help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. That'd be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with them. You got it, boss! I wouldn't want to miss this chance to delve into a great mind. Yuri Cosmos, prepare to hand over the secrets of your heart to me. Gut, leg los. Und die Mood Matrix wird aktiviert. As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, they had vanished into thin air. I was near the elevator side door. And, well, the launch pad door, one door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer. Gut, dann hätten wir das. Aha. Aha. Wieso hat er jetzt hier die Trauermarke oder BZW? Hat Angst. Also entweder Trauer oder Angst. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be afraid of the launchpad door. The great Yuri Cosmos? Afraid? And what basis do you have for that outlandish accusation? Whether I have any basis or not, you seem quite distressed by it. I'm not, certainly not. Director Cosmos! There's something about the launchpad door you're not telling us, isn't there? Wow, he's speechless. It looks like you hit the nail on the head, boss. It's working, boss. One more punch and it'll be a knockout. There's seems to be one more emotion that's at odds with this testimony. Go get him. Okay, back in the Matrix it is. Time to pinpoint our way to victory. Gut. To get another look, they had vanished into thin air. Diese Tatsache allein, dass dieser Killer verschwunden ist, einfach so. Sollte er nicht dann irgendwie überrascht sein von wegen, huch, wo ist der Typ? Ist er aber nicht. You must have thought it was very strange that the killer vanished into thin air. I did. That kind of thing just doesn't happen usually. And yet, at that time, you barely registered any shock at the occurrence. What? Why are you... Fischstäbchen. I can only think of one reason as to why you weren't surprised by the killer's vanishing act. You must have a good idea of where they went. Isn't that right? What? No, of course not. That's preposterous. Only I can enter the control room. And the area beyond the launchpad door was filled with smoke, making it impassable. And as for the southern door, I was standing right there. So there was nowhere for the killer to run to. Maybe, or maybe not. You went into the room to check on Mr. Starbuck and Mr. Turan, yes? What if the culprit took that opportunity to silently slip out through the southern door? I highly doubt it. As you recall, right after I entered the lounge, Detective Arm came rushing towards it herself via the southern hallway. Anyone trying to escape through there would have been caught by her. And yet the director wasn't surprised the killer vanished. So you're absolutely sure there was no escape route for the culprit to use? I'll just input those two pieces of data and... Yes, just what I wanted to see! 70%. Presto Chanjo! List is court! It looks like we're on the right track. Thanks, Athena. Now, to make sense of what we've learned. Director Cosmos wasn't surprised that the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge, which points to the possibility that he knew where the killer had escaped to. Furthermore, talking about the door to the launchpad made him uneasy. In other words, he's probably hiding something about the launchpad 1 door. When we put these two pieces together, only one solution to this puzzle comes to mind. Director Cosmos, did the real killer escape through here? Es mag zwar verrückt klingen, aber trotz des Rauches ist da reingegangen. The culprit went through the Launchpad 1 door to escape, didn't they? Yes. I mean, no. Disaster to starboard! We're going to crash into an asteroid! A master tactician? You are not. But the area beyond that door was filled with smoke, wasn't it? True, but this is still the only logical answer there is. If we can't figure out what the director is hiding about the Launchpad 1 door, we should be able to iron out the logical inconsistencies. That door requires fingerprint recognition. Only Starbuck, Terran and I have access. I don't see how the killer could open that security lock, do you? That's an easy one. The killer was right there in the boarding lounge, meaning there's a way he could have easily gotten past that security lock. Come to think of it, we did examine the prints on the fingerprint recognition device. I propose that the killer used this person's fingerprints to get past the security lock. Nämlich die Spuren von Starbuck. Das waren ja die letzten Fingerabdrücke, die gefunden wurden. That's it! Mr. Starbuck was lying unconscious there in the boarding lounge. Anybody could have easily gotten past the security lock by using Mr. Starbuck's prints. And actually, Mr. Starbuck's prints are exactly what we found on the device screen. It looks like he does have something to hide about the Launchpad 1 door. And I'm betting this got something to do with the culprit's escape route. But I don't have enough information to see the whole picture yet. You know, something just occurred to me! Would you like to hear it? Huh? Oh, yes, by all means. The security camera in boarding lounge 1! Right, the one... Ach, Entschuldigung. Right, the one that recorded the victim and the defendant. What about it, Your Honor? If the two culprits escaped into the Launchpad 1 corridor, then that might be recorded on security footage as well! Then the mystery would be solved! What do you think of my logic? Jeder ist still. Psst, psst, hey, Simon, du Spast! I hope you didn't strain your faculties too much for that, Your Boldness. I beg your pardon? Look, if we play the security footage beyond this point. Oh my, the footage cuts off! The camera was running on backup power, but apparently the power cables were damaged. Most likely by the after effects of the explosion. There's no footage after this, be it of criminals or space aliens. I thought it was such a good idea too! Just because your grandchild is watching from the gallery, it doesn't mean you should try to show off too much, Grandpa Boldness. Prosecutor Blackwell! How did you know about my grandchild? I think his grandchild just learned a little about the harshness of the adult world. Armes Kind. Setting aside the issue of grandchildren, I'd like to have the witness continue. Director Cosmos, could you tell us more about when you entered the lounge? If I must. Okay. I hid to avoid getting shot. After the killer vanished, I went into the launch. But that's when Detective Arm appeared from the elevator's side door. And then the detective shot at me. So you see, the killer could only escape to the launch pad, right? Yeah, right. About that. Das gucken wir uns, die Lösung des Ganzen gucken wir uns im nächsten Part an. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meinerseits und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. See you guys.